Here you are, face to face in this trashy bar. Another glass and I am going places. Makes me laugh about the irony of everything. I like the way you're thinking. I don't really care about the music on the dance floor. I don't really mind all the smokers in the bathroom. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, oh no, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me. Times another drink and I'll go anywhere. The way you smell, like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the who goes doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby, you got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense.
Welcome. What is going on? We're here for free live tarot readings where we do the tarot reading thing. I mean, that is what we do. We get tarot readings and we throw them onto the table. We have a lot of fun over here, so I hope you're ready. Sophia, welcome. Yusra, welcome. Mary M, hello. Alexa, Rajesh, and Firesign, and Rish as well. Kit, what is going on? Miss Girl, Manishka, how are you doing? How is it going? I do have one reading that I owe somebody, so Raina is up early. What is up? Melissa, how are you doing? So let's get started with a reading that is due over here. We got a reading, let's see, email reading, financial situation. See if that's going to get better. Is it not, or is it going to get better? What's going to happen? Lillian, what is going on? It's so good to see you again. So let's check out. We got a financial situation. We're having some problems with that. And we need to figure out for this email person what exactly is going to happen with the financials, because you know COVID is a thing, and you don't want to really deal with COVID. You'd rather just have a steady job. But then COVID says, "Steady job? I don't think so." So let's find out for the financial reading how we are going to do that. I mean, we are having some burdens, having some financial burdens from the situation. The Beljar, welcome. How are you doing this morning? So we're having some issues with, obviously, the financial situations, thus why you emailed. The Ten of Wands says that is a bit of a burden. I mean, we have bills coming in, we have problems getting some paid, we have income inconsistency, and I think that's where the problem lies for the most part, is just the inconsistency. It's like I'd much rather have a steady situation where I can rely on the income, I can know that things are going to be okay, and you know, that type of situation, but we're just not getting there. The Seven of Cups says you do have other opportunities that are sort of flourishing soon. So we do have some other opportunities. The Seven of Cups points to all of these other things that are possible, all of these great opportunities, all of these things that are coming up. And part of that is going to be finding those or being open to those. So make sure that you are out there. Make sure that you have the resume polished. You have it on the site. You have everything going. And that is going to be much more helpful right now than anything else, just to make sure they get on the opportunities. For example, a lot of things online are out of stock. I'm trying to buy some stuff, and when it comes online and I get notified, if you don't go buy it within 60 seconds, it's gone. So that's one of the things. Make sure that you're prepared. Make sure the resume is polished. Make sure that things are ready to go. You don't want to be diddling around while somebody else grabs that opportunity. Nancy, welcome. How are you doing? So, Dr. Mystical, what a surprise. What is going on? So, make sure that you have everything ready so you don't miss out on these things. Magician says you have the skills required to get the job, to get the upgrade, to get in there. Again, it's a matter of opportunities, a matter of jumping on it quick enough. It's a matter of getting in there before other people do. A lot of competition right now for just about everything. So you have shortages, you got people lined up. Make sure that you're going to be in there first. The magician says you have the skill level. You can make it through the interview. You just need to get there first. Two of Swords says that expand your networking. Make sure that you have networking contacts. Make sure that you're talking to people. Don't be out on an island trying to do this by yourself. A lot of people will have jobs that post, but those jobs, Nancy, thank you for your donation. Those jobs never, ever make it on the internet because people know about them. They call their friends. They say, hey, we got a new job over here. It pays this much. What do you think about coming on in here? That's not going to make it to the internet. But if you know that person, you're going to be the recipient of that call. Two of Swords says, make sure your networking contacts are there. Melissa, thank you for joining the family. King of Cups says there's a lot of emotional components about this. That's okay. Don't get down emotionally. That's going to show in the interview. You want to be up and awesome and ready to roll. All right. Gave a 2 weeks notice. Speaking of jobs, we gave a 2-week notice. How is that going to go? All right. Nancy in G. 2-week notice. Let's see how that rolls. All right. I added this media source, but it deleted it. Let's call it like and sub. Like it, like and sub. That's what we're going to call it. Let's grab the video. It's the overlay. Let's loop, close file. There we go. All right. Like and sub. That needs to be expanded because it looks weird. But okay. But there you go. Like and sub, please. Okay, what lies ahead? We got a 2-week notice. What is exactly is sort of going to happen here? Is it going to be another job waiting around? How is it going to work out? Let's see. Do we need to move that? I need to move that over a little bit. I think a 2-week notice would be good. Would be the Mons Tarot. That would be perfect for this. When I think 2-week notice, by the way, Waterfall Tarot. I got the boxes yesterday, and today I get the cards. So if you ordered a deck only, it ships next week. Jessica, what is going on? Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. All right. Good job. The rest of August. Got 2 more weeks of August. Let's see how that goes. So I'm pretty hyped. I'm going to start shipping these things out. And hopefully they get to you quick. Get to you quickly. I need to post it on Etsy still. There we go. All right, let's see what we're doing with the next 2 weeks. See if we got some. Nancy, do you have another job lined up? Or did you just ditch it? Did you ditch it like a bad lover? Or did you have another job lined up? So we got 2 weeks notice. 6 of Cups. I think the 2 weeks notice, I think it was time to go. 6 of Cups into the 6 of Swords. You have this situation where you are, you're connected to certain people. You have certain people there, and, it's not bad. You got some friends that you're leaving and whatnot, but it does seem that it is time to go. 6 of Swords. is going from a place that's maybe not good to a better place. So that's where we're looking at here. We're looking at definitely time to go. The Six of Cups, we're leaving friends. We're leaving things that are familiar. But we are headed to something better. And we sort of intuitively know this, that there is something better out there. We have a good thing going, and that is going to be, let's see, and that is going to be pretty important for us as we sort of move into a better space and a better opportunity as we get going. So the Page of Swords says a lot of times we have difficulty adjusting to a new job or new opportunities, but I don't think that's the case. So I think that you definitely have things that are going to be lined up. You have opportunities that are going to manifest themselves, and we have some great opportunities in line. The Page of Swords is all about adjusting to your environment or figuring out how things go or making it in the unknown, which is one of the problems, right? Making it when you really don't know what's ahead. I don't think that's a problem for you. I think Temperance says things work out, things balance out. It's not going to be a big deal. And overall, it's going to look good for you. So that Six of Swords kind of seals the deal there, because that is a very opportunistic card where we have a lot of good things going with that. All right. Let's see. All right, let's see. LC, business update. Let's figure that out and see what is going on with the business. All right. Let's do that with the good old fashioned deck that I don't have ready. Here we go. Playful Heart Tarot. Everybody loves the Playful Heart Tarot. That is how it is going to be. Can have a general read. Rosanna, what is going on? Mary M, welcome. How you doing? Fire sign, welcome. How are you as well? What is going on, everybody? It's Saturday morning. We're just waking up. We're getting the coffee. We're moving into the new day. The new day, Saturday. We're getting my cards today. We got to ship everything out. It's going to be a busy day for sure. All right, Lillian, we want a business update. High Priestess says that some of these things that you have been thinking about sort of come to light. So there are a lot of things that you may not know, a lot of things that are sort of mysterious, a lot of things that aren't really apparent where you try to fix it, where you try to address it, are coming into light. High Priestess has a lot of different meanings, and one of the High Priestess meanings is sort of secrets, are things that are hidden behind the veil. The High Priestess reverses, these things are being revealed. So some of the things that you've been worried about, concerned about, looking around and thinking about are going to be revealed and are going to be manifested soon. So things are getting shown to you, things are being revealed, and I think that's going to be a big factor coming up. The King of Cups says as well, some things you need to sort of pick your battles, or, it's not necessary to tackle everything all at once or to try to get everything done all at once. If you have some conflicts, if we have some things that need to be adjusted, things need to be fixed, the King of Cups says, definitely pick your battles, make that, Nancy, thank you for your donation, appreciate that. Make that a priority of how I want to address the problems, how I want to address everything. I don't need to fight everybody about everything. You see that with the Five of Wands, the conflict card. You definitely sort of pick what you think is worth fighting for versus let some things ride. Because a lot of times you want to get involved in every little aspect. You want to tackle every little possible problem that you think is going to come up. But sometimes you need to just let them ride. Let them ride out and see where they go. And that is going to be important for you coming up. Four of Cups as well. Be careful of your choices. Make sure you don't make the wrong choices or choices that are not going to be advantageous to you. The Four of Cups is all about getting offered something you don't want. So if you really don't want it, if you're really not happy with a particular thing, then don't accept it. You can move on. You can get other things. Don't always try and accommodate everybody's ideas or everybody's feelings. If it feels bad, if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. Move on to something else at the end that is going to be important for you to do and handle with that as well. So there we go. All right. Let's see what we got going on. Next, Jessica. Job looking. We got job searching. How is that going to go? How is that going to go for the rest of August? Let's check that out. JTG. Job search. What is going to happen with that job search? Is that going to be good or bad? I think that the Encore Tarot could be where we want to go at for this. Job searching is not bad. Turn into a pumpkin right after the show. Indeed. Nearly 10 p.m. Yeah, it's happy hour somewhere in the world. It's always happy hour somewhere in the world. All right. Job looking for, how is job looking for me for the rest of August? You're currently in the job. Okay. All right. Currently working, currently in that job. Currently trying to figure it out. Let's update that. All right. Job. We'll just change it to job. There you go. Job. Get an update on how that's going. So that, okay, we got the Eight of Swords. I mean, that works. That works. The Three of Swords. That doesn't look too promising. The Three of Swords says that, it's kind of rough sometimes. It's not always roses and puppies. Three of Swords says sometimes we get into situations and we get into the job and we're just not quite prepared to go forth and be merry within this job. So there's some problems with that. There's some difficulty with that, where some days you're just not into it. You just don't feel like going in. There's not much to do, or there's too much to do. Not a lot of balance. So the Three of Swords says we are getting into that area where it's sort of difficult and frustrating sometimes. Strength, though, says you're able to adjust to it. It's not something terminal where you absolutely can't figure it out. You can't get anything going. It is not obviously going to be too big of a problem. Strength says you're able to adjust. You're able to manifest what you need. You're able to get it done. And I think a lot of people at the current job just like how you do things. They like what you do, and they're pretty positive overall. And I think they have a lot of good respect as for how you do things, what you do things, and that's sort of going to give you more opportunities. And we see this with the Three of Cups. That is the traditional celebratory card. Not only that, but it has a lot of friends, communion, friendships, and things like that associated with it. And that is going to be one of the big factors here, because other people helping you and other people assisting with things and your support for other people as well plays a key part here. So you get that Three of Cups feel to where you have that congruence with not only the job tasks, but with other people as well. So that's going to be an important factor. So people like you, people appreciate you, and you have a support group there as well. Eight of Swords says, though, that sometimes you just feel restricted, like you're thinking, ugh, this is not optimal for me. I wish I had more freedom. And that may not come very quickly. So a lot of times you're just going to have to work within those restrictions. So Eight of Swords, we got the restrictions. We got to work within that time frame, work within those restrictions, and be able to still get things done. But again, having people on your side is going to be the big factor there. All right. How did Amy feel when she saw me earlier? Jay Allen. J.A. Amy. What is going on with Amy? How did she feel? We bumped into her earlier. Maybe we slapped her on the butt. I mean, I don't know what happened, but we got to find out how she feels. we can do that with the Light Seers. Light Seers, one of the best tarot ever. Duchess, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. At the laundromat. Oh man, I spent a lot of years going to laundromats. I had one laundromat. It was filled with homeless people. So that was challenging. That was challenging to get my clothes done, because you had to make sure they didn't get into my clothes. That's one of those where you got to stand there and watch your clothes. So other laundromats were pretty nice, but there was that one where you had to just stand and watch your clothes. Other ones, you can go next door, get something to eat, but it all depends on the laundromat. So Amy saw me. Did she like me or not? High Priestess, the Queen of Pentacles. I mean, Amy's kind of on and off. Amy's not like or sniff their hair. That is true. Amy's on and off. Some days she seems like she's interested. Other days, not so much. There is that factor that Amy seems to be back and forth a lot. And the Queen of Pentacles says that some days I feel like different choices than other days. That could be bad, because if you're looking for something steady with Amy, if you're looking for Amy to lean your direction, look your direction, smile, slap you on the butt, whatever happens, that could be challenging to get a hold of. No pun intended. High Priestess says Amy's got a lot going on. Maybe some other people, maybe some other opportunities. The Seven of Cups says also she's not getting the people that she wants. Amy seems to be back and forth with what she likes. One day, she likes this. Another day, she likes that. It seems that she's a bit on the back and forth. So, yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something pretty steady, if you're looking for, you got to be direct. Entertainment purposes only, by the way. You got to be kind of direct, maybe go over there and flirt or something like that. The Beljar, thank you for joining the family. But you got to be up front, got to say, hey, maybe do a little flirting, maybe smile, go over there and see what's going on. But yeah, there's that back and forth, the up and down. There seems to be a lot of instability within Amy's emotions and what she wants in the moment. So if you're looking to capture that, if you're looking to rekindle whatever that is, you're going to have to be, say, hey, flirt a little bit, see how that goes, and be amicable to maybe it won't go well, because the world upside down says, again, depending upon how she reacts to things and all that, you could be looking at some difficulties. So, yeah, I don't see a lot of huge stability or these big relationship opportunities or lovers or two of. I don't see any of that. I just see this unstable thing going on there. All right, Nancy, Gary, what is up, Nancy? Thank you for hanging out with us. Will I land this job, or should I be looking elsewhere? Well, first of all, it's entertainment purposes only. The Beljar, thank you for your donation as well. Let me know if you had a question or not. So let's see about that. We can do that with the not often used, for some reason, wheel. The golden wheel, not just the wheel. It is the golden wheel. All right, we got a job opportunity. Should we take it or not? Entertainment purposes only. Never take a job based upon a fat man reading cards on the internet. Use your better judgment. CM, welcome and good morning, CM. How are you doing? Use your better judgment. You got to watch out for the random people on YouTube reading cards. Okay, that's a lot of cards. Can it fit? Maybe we can move back. There we go. So where are we going with this job? Queen of Wheels. How interesting. With a stable job, Three of Wheels, looks like we might want to take it. What are the bad things? Well, overall, this doesn't look bad. This doesn't look half bad at all. So traveling CNA job, looks pretty good. 3 of wheels is it's the ultimate start a job card. It's the beginning and the birth of starting a job, figuring out a job, getting the job going. That is a fantastic job card. Then we have the lovers, and the lovers indicates this connection between two people. We got this beautiful connection between two people. They're not facing each other, but whatever. Beautiful connection between these two people, which points to a connection to that job, or that job is going to be something where you're happy, you feel connected to it, you feel like this is where I should be, and a lot of good things along with that. The Queen of Wheels as well says we have a bit of stability with it as well. 8 of Swords and the Ace of Wheels. Now, we do have an Ace, which is good, but it's reversed. That's bad. And we have a 3 of Wheels, which is good, and it's upright, which is still good. Liz, thank you for your donation. So what does this mean? It means there's some downsides. You get sick of traveling remarkably fast because it's a major waste of time. And if you have to get on a plane, then now you have people that are coughing next to you. You're thinking, am I going to get COVID and die from this? There's a lot of disadvantages, and running around traveling sucks. And you figure that out pretty quick. This is not, not something that's unobvious or inobvious. I don't know what the word would be. So the traveling sucks, but it's a steady job because traveling sucks, and not a lot of people want to sign up for it. So if you're willing to do it, maybe you could write a book while you're traveling, or listen to audio books. I don't know. But traveling sucks. The job's nice. But yeah, a lot of good things on that job. Some definite downsides though. You got to be willing to do the time. You got to be willing to do the time. Duchess, is my love salvageable? Can I salvage it? Is it possible to get that love and make do with it? Can I? Nomad Trees, thank you for your donation. All right, can I salvage it, or is it done? Am I screwed? Let's figure this out with a golden tarot, by the way. Will let us know if you're completely hosed. Which, you don't want to be completely hosed, but if you are, it's always good to know. All right. Is this love salvageable? Yeah. Kinda. So High Priestess says there's a lot of baggage being dragged in from all directions. There's all directions of baggage. There's baggage being dragged in from the left. There's some more baggage being dragged in from the right. And it seems to never end. It seems to have a firm grip on this love, on this relationship, where a lot of times you're like Jesus Christ with the amount of baggage. High Priestess says it's too much sometimes. It stacks on. It doesn't seem to be removed. And that's part of what the problem is we need to remove some of this baggage. We need to get some of these problems and actually fix it. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck in the situation, and it's never really going to feel right, look right, or seem to be going any direction that we want. Page of Wands and the Ace of Wands says there's work to do. It is like an airport baggage conveyor indeed. There's a lot of work to do. Nobody wants to do it. Somebody needs to step up and be the Page of Wands and say, hey, we need to unload this baggage and get rid of it. And in order to do that, we're going to have to sit down and have a real conversation, figure out what the problems are, number one. Number 2, figure out what to do about them. If we don't, we will indeed be stuck in this endless cycle where we're not making forward progress. We're going round and round in the mouse wheel, and the mouse wheel has COVID, and we're going round and round in it. We need to get off the wheel. We need to get into something better. In order to do that, we need to communicate, figure out what the problems are, and fix them. Every relationship is fixable, assuming both people are willing to work at it. And if you are, and I think you are because you're asking the question, yes, you can salvage it, assuming they're willing to work with you. So there you go. All right, Jay Allen, thank you. For Amy, still interested? She's drifting away. Amy seemed to be on off. Let's see what she's got going in the moment. See if she's drifting away like a raft, like a raft. All right, the bell jar had 10,000 things they wanted to know. Let's see about that. The bell jar said, trying to sell some art. Going in the arts. Okay. Bell jar arts. Are the arts going to be the key? Is this going to be where we need to be? Hey, that rhymes. This might, no, we'll do the thoth. We can do the thoth. Throw it down like it's Christmas time over here. The thoth videos. I mean, the thoth videos are where it's at. We got a thoth symbology video coming up. All right, Beljar, we got music. What can we do with that beautiful music? You know, yeah, there's only so much you can do with it. There's only so much you can do with it. There seems to be limits. There seems to be limits with this of how far I can take it. Where can I go with it? What is the overall factor of getting into the music, figuring it out, and trying it out in the long run? You have a very limited thing. Unless you hit it big on YouTube, unless you suddenly make it big somehow, you're going to run into a brick wall. And you got to be sort of able to push through that. But your uniqueness is your key. So what are you bringing that's unique in music? Is it, I mean, some people play the violin, they dance around, and they make it big on YouTube. Some people get on and do guitar, and they have special guests that are amazing, and they make it big. But other people just play the guitar. And, you know, that's not making it big. They look like everybody else. So what are you doing to make yourself unique? Are you getting on Twitch and playing guitar there? Are you getting on YouTube, playing guitar there? What are you doing? What are you doing to be unique, to be different, to be cool, to be unique and different enough to get my attention? Because I'm going to admit now, I can get on Amazon Prime, Netflix, and Hulu and watch shows all day that are amazing. Why would I watch you? What do you bring to the table that makes me want to watch you versus all of that? So once you can answer that question, and once you are unique and cool enough to make it, then you're going to have a better level of success. But just make sure you don't look like everybody else. Make sure you're not boring, and see how that goes. All right. Let's see. Nomad Trees cleaned the room. Nomad Trees, that's a good thing. Nomad Trees, what is your question? Nomad Trees, my question is, my aunties are trying to matchmake me with this guy. I've never met him. Who is he, and what does he smell like? What does he smell like? Because if he's stinky, I want nothing to do with him. I'm just saying now, if you're stinky, Nomad Trees doesn't want to talk to you. Let's go ahead and admit it. Let's admit it. And let's use the art tarot because we haven't used this in a long time. We could have a love connection. We could have a love connection. Cue the hearts. The hearts are broken. Great. That's fantastic. Let's see about that. I have broken hearts. What does he smell like? If he's stinky, it's a no-go. That's a lot of decks. Yeah. Beljar, it is indeed. And there's a lot more coming. So there's more coming. It never seems to end. It's constant. It's like a disruption in the force. All right, what does he smell like? 8 of Wands says, you know, he doesn't really stay in one place a whole lot. It's more of an action person, somebody who doesn't like to just sit around. They don't want to be in one place for a long period of time. They're out of touch emotionally too. And yeah, Liz, thank you. Yeah, Boo Boo, Dr. Mystical, Sophia, all amazing. All amazing. The Queen of Cups, they're way out of touch with their emotions though. You know, they have no idea what they're emotionally thinking. They have no idea what they smell like. They have some problems with getting that in. And that's going to be a problem in the long run. Short term, who cares? Long term, that may be a problem with the stinkiness. 7 of Swords is interesting to say the least. They don't hang into relationships for long periods of time. They could be a short-term relationship person where they love a short-term relationship, not a long-term one. Ace of Coins says overall it's good to pursue. It's good to pursue. They smell nice. It's good to pursue. It's just not going to be something that you're interested for something long term. You know, if you want a non-smelly person and you just want to hang out and be there for a little bit, it's not a half bad idea. Not bad at all. All right, is there a romance by the end of the year? Let's see about that. See if we can get some love going. And the like and sub screen is not going either. Okay, let's get a romance. See how that goes. A romance by the end of the year. Is that going to be possible? I think that This Might Hurt Tarot will let us know. It'll let us know. It'll say if we have some love. It'll say if we don't have some love. They showed me his face and he was ugly. Nomad. How rude. He may have an ugly face, but a big heart. You know what they say about big hearts? He was ugly as sin. Nomad already made up their mind. He was ugly as sin. Nomad, if you're going to date Nomad, the first rule of dating Nomad is be attractive. The second rule for dating Nomad is don't be unattractive. If you can pass those two, Nomad may like you. Nomad may like you. The two rules. All right. So Liz, any romance by the end of the year? Well, that ain't looking good. Liz, I'm going to say no. And Liz, I love you. I'm just going to say, before we start, Liz, I love you. But the This Might Hurt Tarot lives up to its name because it says no. So we have romance by the end of the year. 5 of Cups. That's a hard card. Are you going to focus, Mr. Camera? Hello, Mr. Camera. You going to focus? Thank you. The 5 of Cups is a rough start, Liz. It's rough. It says that you may not have it where you need it to be. The Hermit. That's also difficult, Liz. Hermit says you may be alone. You may be not having the beautiful things that you need by the end of the year. It could be difficult this year. Maybe it's COVID. It could be COVID. People don't know how to date anymore. Do I need to wear a mask and gloves? Do I need to wear a face guard like they have when you're drilling things? What do I need on a date at this point? Duchess, thanks for joining the family. Well, enjoy the new emojis. Hermit says it's rough. It is rough. The Six of Swords, Liz, the Six of Swords upside down says the journey into the better place may not happen this year. It may be next year. And then the Magician says next year is looking better indeed. It's looking a little better. It's, you know, but yeah, if we go out on dates this year, you want the mask, the gloves, and the face shield. The face shield they use when they break up concrete, or they drill, or they weld stuff, and you don't want to get the sparks in your face. You get one of those face shields. That's going to be the key right there. But Liz, it's looking rough. I'm sorry. Liz, I love you. I mean, Liz, if that counts, I love you. I mean, hopefully that counts. I'm just saying, if you want love, come on in here. Come on in here. We'll pour it out. We're going to pour it out to you. Is Amy still interested, or yeah, you need the full hazmat suit at this point. The full hazmat with the oxygen tank and everything attached. That's going to be, by the way, Maureen, thank you for joining the family. By the way, I have good news, everybody. This is an important announcement. I have great news, and that is that I have ordered, the Dark Mansion people have a new tarot deck, and I ordered it. It'll be here in October, so I'm excited. Go to the Dark Mansion Tarot and look at their new deck. They have a new one, and it looks amazing. So I'm thrilled and going to pick that up. They say it's going to be out the end of September. I signed up for the priority mail, so hopefully it'll be here in October. And I'm telling you now, that could be my new favorite deck. So many decks coming out in September, it's stupid. Be sure to watch if you haven't watched the news program, hit that like and subscribe. I got a news program where I show you all the good decks to get. So you don't have to go through 1,000 different websites. I do it for you. You just watch my thing. You just watch my thing and you're all set. Okay. Is Amy still interested, or she wandered off? Yeah, it is. We're back to, Amy having this inconsistency to it, right? The Six of Cups is all about joining two people together, or coming together as a group. You have a sharing capability within the Six of Cups where the girl is sharing the cups with the other girl, and that is going to be one of the key factors here. The Knight of Swords, though, says that she runs away. She runs away. She exits. She may not be interested sometimes. Ace of Wands says that she have other interests, or interested in other people sometimes. So Ace of Wands says, sure, pursue it. She is interested, but then she sort of runs off. She likes that connection, but then she gets bored with that connection and sort of exits stage left. Two of Pentacles, she has this illusion of wanting the best choice for the moment. So one person could be the best choice today. Another person could be the best choice tomorrow. You have, again, this inconsistency. She is interested, but then she's not. She is drifting away, but then she wants that connection again. So it's interesting that we have two separate readings. They both sort of say the same thing. It's that back and forth there. It's a bit of that back and forth thing going. All right. Can we get this thing to display? There we can. All right. Let's see. Doctor, wants to know, 7 days. Is the zombie apocalypse coming in the next 7 days or not? We need to know. Tracy, ask me your question. Ask me your question, Tracy. Post in chat. We might get to it if we don't get another donation. Just might. All right, let's use this one. I don't even have a thing for this one. A very fickle person. Some people are like that. Some people live in the moment. You know, it's like me. I love this deck. And then tomorrow I may not like it. And then the next day I may love it again. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. Doctor, thank you. Again, just asking your experience, keep missing the streams. Well, Doctor, I appreciate you hanging out with us. See, here's a prime example. I loved this deck when I first got it. And then I didn't like it too much. And now I'm sort of liking it again. So I guess I'm fickle as well. I don't know. I could be. It could just be me. So let's figure this out. What is going to happen for the next 7 days? Is the zombie apocalypse happening in the next 7 days? We need to know. This is important information. This is critical here. You got to know when the zombie apocalypse is around the corner. Because if it is, you got some problems. The wounded king, he is wounded. He has blood running down the leg. I mean, it seems the next 7 days start out maybe a bit rough. I wouldn't stretch it out to be the zombie apocalypse, no. But I can say that the next 7 days, the first couple may be a little bit rough. You may have a bit of a couple of speed bumps to get over and recover from and try to get through. The 10 of Lances sort of points to that roughness. I mean, you got to be prepared to put up with something that you don't like the first few days. So I would say tomorrow and the next day, you may run into something you're not too happy with. So it seems that the 7 days is sort of corrupted at the first, at least, by that. Then you have the fall of the... I mean, it's going to be a rough 7 days, Doctor. It looks rough. It looks a bit... you're going to have to adjust to some things that you may not be willing to adjust to. The Fortune's Wheel, though, says it normalizes near the end. It's not like the whole thing is bad, but it normalizes near the end. So what happens? I think one of the things is the people problem, where you're running into people that don't agree. You're trying to talk people into stuff they don't agree. People are trying to bothering you. You seem to be annoyed with some people, annoyed with some situations that are coming in. It's more of an annoyance factor than anything else. So sort of look for that, and the next few days, it gets better. It returns to normal, but the first few days, you got annoying people, and annoying people are annoying. That's what they say. Annoying people are sometimes annoying. All right, we got love coming in. We got love coming in for Nomad Trees. Let's see how that goes. Love coming in or going out. One of the two. We can do incremancy for that and get Nomad Trees some love. Because that's all you need in life is some Nomad Trees love. And people that don't smell bad. Nomad Trees. Number 1 rule of Nomad Trees is be attractive. The number 2 rule is don't be unattractive. So do we have somebody attractive coming in? 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords, Ace of Wands, 3 of Cups, and the 9 of Coins. I mean, if you do have some possibilities, it looks like maybe friends with benefits. So, you know, if you want that beautiful, attractive person, the Brad Pitt that comes in and that smells good and is beautiful and all that, you could be challenged. We have the 3 of Cups, which points to maybe friends. are friends with benefits. So maybe it's that guy in the picture that's ugly. Maybe they're ugly, but maybe you get used to it. You know, it's like that movie Mask, where they're ugly at first, but then you sort of get used to them. Could be one of those. Maureen, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. If you're good, McGregory, we don't do politics here, McGregory. Mr. Gregory, there are tons of channels for politics on YouTube. I encourage you to hit them up, all of them. But as far as the channel, if I did politics, I'd get banned because people ban channels in politics. So there you go. All right, Mr. Gregory, we're gonna have to part ways, Mr. Gregory. I apologize in advance. We got the friends with benefits option where it's gonna be pretty decent with that. If you're looking for that, 9 of Coins says maybe you're not. Maybe you're into something more stable, something you can rely on, something where they'll show up the next day. But yeah, Ace of Wands says if you find somebody cute, go ahead and flirt. Go ahead and flirt because you never know what could happen. But as far as a new love coming in, I just don't see it. I see friends with benefits, but you said you don't like that, therefore you may just reject it. You may boot it. You may reject it. We got so many trolls in the morning. All right. Anything I need to know? Maureen, let's find out if you need to know that or not. MR? Anything I need to know? Nomad, you may have to flirt. You may have to run up in a full hazmat suit and say, you are cute. You are cute. Let's talk. Let's talk because you're cute. Could be one of those. But Nomad, the first rule of flirting, Nomad. The first rule of getting some good flirting action in, Nomad. Listen to me. This is serious. The first rule, make sure that the person has veiny hands. If you don't have veiny hands, they're not going to be good. It's going to be a terrible relationship. You got to look for the veiny hands. And if you see the veiny hands, you're in. You're in. All right. Jay Allen, thank you. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. Let's see about it. Anything I need to know? Let's see. Redwood, thank you for your donation. Appreciate you. You know what they say about veiny hands? You know what they say? They say phlebotomists love you. The phlebotomists love hanging out with you. All right. What do you need to know? Balance is key. Balance is key. A lot of times we get into situations where they're completely imbalanced, where they, 2 readings all said 7 days bad. Hoping it was wrong. I'm sorry, doctor. Balance is key. Don't be too far in this direction or that direction. Don't go way out on a limb, get into something that's too way off into your comfort zone and do that. You want to keep a balance. Make sure that you get the right amount of work, the right amount of food, right amount of recreation. Don't go full steam into the recreation too much into extremes. You want to avoid those right now. This is what you need to know. The 7 says, make sure that you're planning for the future. A lot of times we just sort of wing it. We don't have a 2-year plan, a 5-year plan. We have none of these. We're winging it. We're making it up as we go along. That's okay sometimes, but I think for right now, it's time for you to plan for the future. Figure out what is important, what is not important, and judge that the way that you need to go. Because planning is key for you right now in order to get things done, especially for the future. The 5 says, don't get into situations where you know it's not going to work out well. A lot of times things look great. We have high hopes, but intuitively we know it could be problematic. It could be not going to go well at the end. And you don't want to walk into those situations. The 5 says, be careful with those. If it feels bad intuitively, don't do it. At the end of the day, it's all about using not only intuition, but ensuring that things will be emotionally balanced for you. You don't want a situation that's going to be just way, way too harsh, way too difficult, way too challenging. You want things that are balanced out and things that are going to be good at the end of the day. And I think that is what you need to know. Here we go. What you need to know. All right. What are we using for the next one? Slow tarot? Slow tarot. It has been a hot minute since we have used the slow tarot. I pressed the wrong button. I'm sorry. Anything I need to know? Why is Amy getting bored with me? Let's figure that out. Why is Amy getting bored? Maybe she's just like that. Maybe she's just like that. No veins in my hands. Doctor, that's the problem. You got to have veiny hands. Veiny hands makes life easy. You go see the phlebotomist and they love you. I mean, they're ready to ask you out at that point. They're like, I'm taking your blood this morning, but after work, I'm free. What are you doing? Because I love them veiny hands. Okay. Let's take a look at Amy. Why is Amy getting bored? The Knight of Swords says Amy moves around a lot. It's not something with you. The Knight of Swords is a rapid movement card. I talk about this, by the way. This book is going to be almost 250 pages. It's going to be insane. This book is going to be insane. It's coming out September. Knight of Swords says is a motion card. She moves around a lot. She likes motion. She likes moving. She doesn't like to stay in one place. If you're looking for somebody that stays in one place like that, that's definitely not going to be her. 5 of Coins, that strategy doesn't always work out. It doesn't always work out. The 5 of Coins is a negative card. Strategy may not work out too well, but she doesn't seem to care. 10 of Swords says she's willing to take that hit. She's willing to get relationships that end quickly or end abruptly. It's not going to be a big problem. Not going to be a big problem at all. It's just a matter of what you want. Some people are like that. Some people like the spice. Some people love to get back and forth. Some people love that feeling of always getting a high of that new stuff. The new stuff. By the way, you can order the book, pre-order the book, link in the description. But the 2 of Cups, it's still possible to get her. You just need to understand her. If you understand Amy, it's still possible to work it out. But you need to be willing to go her way. You need to be willing to do her rules. If you're not, then you're going to have difficulty at the end of the day. So you need to be open, willing to adjust. You need to be open and willing to figure that stuff out. If you are, then let's see if I can adjust this camera, get some more light. Apparently not. Okay. If you're willing to work it out, then I think that'd be okay. But, you gotta go with Amy's rules. You gotta adjust to Amy. If you can do that, you'll be all right. Let's see. Adjust the ISO a little bit. Adjust the ISO up to 200. That looks pretty good. What if I zoom out? That looks nice and bright and pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, last question. We'll be back tonight. Will I feel better soon? Redwood, I'm so sorry that you don't feel good. All right. Will I feel better soon? Redwood, I hope so. Redwood, we got prayers for you. Hopefully you get better. Let's do this one. This is the Bonefire Tarot, in case you're wondering. And by the way, Waterfall Tarot comes in today. Pretty excited. It better look good. That's the risk. That's the risk, is something comes in and it doesn't look good, and now everybody got to wait. I'm hoping it looks good. All right, let's zoom in again. There we go. I fixed that ISO. That ISO is hot. That's nice, bright. The colors jump out. I like it a lot. Will I feel better soon? 3 of Coins, 7 of Cups, 2 of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. 7 of Cups says yes, but it's incremental. So you feel a little bit better for a certain period of time, and then you don't feel as good. So it's an on-off, it's a back and forth. 7 of Cups points to choices, or this high and a low, another high and another low. So you feel better incrementally, but over the long term, the Wheel of Fortune says, yes, you do feel better. You get back to normal. The Wheel of Fortune is a back to normal card, where I feel okay again. I feel normal again. I don't feel out of place. I don't feel weird anymore. Wheel of Fortune says yes, but it takes some time. You got to be able to go through the highs and the lows, that little roller coaster of life as it goes. The 3 of Coins says you're on that incremental process that is going to be a long-term thing. But obviously, keep talking to your doctor, keep researching what can make you feel better. Can you improve diet? Can you improve lifestyle? Is there any freebies that you can do? Any freebies that you can do to feel a little bit better? Even if it's just incrementally or a small amount, it would be good to talk to your doctor about anything like that you think would be a great idea for getting in. A lot of people have a lot of different things that they do that will improve their health and well-being and whatnot, that are freebies, where I don't need to do a lot of work. It just, I just do simple things, and simple lifestyle changes help me a lot. So look into those and see about it. But yes, Wheel of Fortune, you get back to normal, but it's going to be some time. You got to be willing to ride the roller coaster of feeling better, maybe not feeling better, feeling a little bit better, maybe not feeling better. But at the end of the day, the answer is yes. Wheel of Fortune says you get back to normal and feel better. But definitely look at any freebies that you can do to where you don't need a lot of work. You can do something small and make a small little incremental improvement where you can. Obviously, talk to your doctor about that. Don't rely on anybody reading tarot. That is not medical advice. That's simply saying you may want to do some research and see if you can do anything, a little small incremental thing to help. Anyway, that is the end of the stream. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll be back here in 11 hours. So join me then. See you then.